Welcome to First Finish, the marathon training plan and community for absolute beginners. If you're here, you're probably thinking about training for your first marathon, or you've already started and you're wondering, am I doing this right? First, I want to comfort you by letting you know that you're not alone. And today, I'm going to share with you some tips that's going to help you answer that question, as well as help you feel confident that you set a strong foundation for training for your first marathon. So let's not waste any time. Let's get to the first tip. Tip 1. Start where you are, not where you think you should be. One of the biggest mistakes beginners make is starting from who they wish they were instead of who they actually are. You don't need to start where your past you was or where a real runner starts. You start where you are today. Starting smaller or slower doesn't mean that you're behind. It means you're being smart, because starting from where you were or where you think you should be is a sure way to leave you feeling discouraged or even worse, on the sidelines with an injury. If you force your body to do what it's not prepared for, well, your running journey may end before it even starts, and we don't want that. If you remember from my first video, I've never run a race, can I really run a marathon? I stated that we honor our bodies by not rushing or creating stress. So start where you are today, not where you were or where you feel you should be. Tip 2, easy pace. When you're first starting your training, it's important to start at an easy pace. Actually, most of your runs in the beginning should feel easier than expected, because if you remember in the first tip, you're starting from where you are today. So as a beginner, you're easing into your marathon training. This is important because running at an easy pace helps you build endurance without burning out. One of our major goals here at First Finish is to help you avoid burnout. So knowing how to properly gauge your pace during your runs is important and critical in us achieving that goal. So how do you know if you're running at the right pace? Well, the simplest way to check your pace is something called the talk test. Here's how it works. If you can speak full sentences while running, you're at the right pace. If you can only get out a word or two, you need to slow down. And well, if you're gasping, you're going way too hard. It's simple. You don't need to watch. You don't need numbers. You just need to be able to speak full sentences. If you can, you're at the right pace. Tip 3, know the difference between discomfort and injury. This is huge. Some discomfort is normal when you're training. Muscle soreness, feeling tired, or heavy legs. This is your body signaling, number 1, that maybe you're working a little harder than or in a way than you used to, but it also is a signal that your body is adapting to your new running regimen. But injury feels different. Pain that is sharp changes how you move, gets worse as you run, doesn't get better after rest. That's your cue to stop and adjust. Remember, pain is information. It's your body's way of communicating with you. It feels different than discomfort, and it's your cue to stop and assess it. So last but not least, on our final tip, tip 4, rest. Please understand that rest is a part of training. Let me say that again. Please understand that rest is a part of training. Rest days are not optional. They're not a reward. They're part of the plan. Trust me on this, your body will love you for it. Because when the body rests, it repairs, it builds endurance, and that is what helps to keep your confidence intact. Skipping rest days do not make you tougher, but it does make you vulnerable to unnecessary pain and injury. So in closing, if you remember nothing else today, I want you to remember this. Start where you are today, run easy on purpose, listen to your body, and rest without guilt. Training for your first marathon isn't about proving anything to anyone else. It's about finishing something you once thought was impossible. Isn't that awesome? If you're looking for a beginner-safe plan and support along the way, please check out the First Finish Marathon Plan or join the First Finish Runners Club by clicking the link below today. And I'll leave you with this. You're not behind, you're not late, you're just getting started. And that's exactly where you're supposed to be. I'm proud of you. I'll see you next time.